Here's the hard truth, my friends. As long as you need other people's approval, you will never feel free. No matter how much love, success, or even validation that you get. Yet the day you stop chasing approval is the day you become unstoppable, because nothing is stronger than someone who knows their own self-worth. Today, I'll give you some information about how self-worth is the key to having it all. And then I'll share 5 proven habits to build that self-worth so you'll never have to worry about outside validation again. And if you like topics like this, please let me know by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with another people pleaser friend. We all know we have one. So really, what is self-worth? Self-worth is that deep belief that you are valuable just as you are. Not because of your job, your looks, your success, or how much people like you, but simply because you exist. It's the inner knowing that you deserve love, respect, happiness, even when you make mistakes, especially when you make mistakes, even when life gets messy, and all lives get messy. Many of us confuse self-worth with self-esteem. Now, self-esteem can depend on achievements or external feedback, the last thing you did or how you did it, and often comparing yourself with another. Self-worth runs deeper. It's the core of who you know you are beneath all that noise. The unique, amazing you that is unlike everyone else. But here's the catch. Most of us are taught, often unconsciously, to measure our worth based on what other people think. And that, my friends, is where things start to fall apart. So why is self-worth so important? When your self-worth depends on others' validation, you end up living life like a mirror, constantly reflecting everyone else's opinions back at you. And how often do we not even like those opinions that we're seeing, yet we're still trying to make them true? You might find yourself asking questions like, did they like what I said? Or do they think I'm good enough? Or why didn't they text me back? Those looping kind of questions. That constant need for the reassurance exhausts you and your energy. It disconnects you from others, but mostly from yourself. But when your self-worth comes from within, your world changes. You stop chasing approval and you start living in alignment with your core you. You begin setting boundaries without guilt or force, but most importantly, you stop shrinking yourself to make others feel comfortable. You get to show up as authentically you. And suddenly your relationships feel lighter, your confidence feels natural, and your life starts to feel, well, like yours again. So now here are 5 easy proven habits to build self-worth and leave seeking validation behind. Habit number 1, self-awareness. You can't build self-worth without first understanding who you are and where your validation patterns come from. And please know, validation patterns are a learned behavior. So where did you learn it from? Start noticing, when do you seek approval most? Whose opinion matters to you and why? What parts of yourself do you try to hide so you think you'll be liked? This awareness is powerful because once you see the patterns, you can shift them. Now, please understand one thing. Self-awareness does not mean self-bully. A lot of my clients say horrible things about themselves, claiming, quote unquote, I'm just being honest about who I am. You're not being honest. You're being a mean self-bully. And no one likes a bully. So when you realize a truth about yourself, should have space around it, should expand your universe, even if you don't want to hear it. So if what you are telling yourself about you makes you feel small, want to hide, maybe in the corner and cry a little bit or a lot, it's not the truth. It's just the judgment. So I invite you to do a simple activity. At the end of each day, reflect and ask yourself, was I me today? Or was I the version of me I thought others wanted? Over time, this reflection helps you nurture the core authentic you and not the one that seeks other people's approval. Habit number 2, self-validation. We're so used to looking outside of ourselves for validation from friends, partners, family, social media. But here's the truth. External validation can never fill an internal void. So start giving yourself the approval that you keep searching for. When you make a mistake, show compassion for yourself, not judge yourself. And when you do something well, acknowledge it. We've been told to not acknowledge ourselves. Yet true acknowledgement is not competition, not being selfish, not being superior. It's just you celebrating you. And you should be celebrated. So instead of waiting for others to say, I'm proud of you, practice saying it to yourself. I know it's going to feel a little weird at first, but try it. Here is some evidence-based self-talk that you can use to start. I handled that conversation calmly, or I stayed true to my boundary, or I'm proud of myself for trying. For me, that's kind of a big one because so many of us aren't even willing to try anything. So that day when you tried something that you were afraid of or avoiding, tell yourself how proud of you are. Tell yourself how proud you are of yourself for trying it. It makes all the difference in the world. It really does. But say this all without mockery. Just the space of being proud of yourself. Over time, your brain and the universe start to trust you as a reliable voice of validation. And here's the thing. Until you can see your own value, my friend, no one else can see it either. Habit number 3, set healthy boundaries. If you want to stop chasing validation, boundaries aren't optional, they're essential. And yet you want to know a secret? So I'm laughing. I used to hate the concept of boundaries. I thought they created separation. And unhealthy boundaries do. But healthy boundaries can actually bring you closer to people. Listen, when you don't have boundaries, you're basically handing everybody else a permission slip to decide your worth for you. And that's simply exhausting. But let me be clear. Boundaries are not walls. They are clarity. They say to you and the world, here's what works for me, and here's what doesn't. It's how you protect your energy and show yourself that your needs matter. And your needs matters just as much as everyone else's, my friends. And start simple. First, notice where you feel resentment or burnout. That's usually where a boundary is missing. Your energy is seeping away. Practice saying things like, that doesn't work for me right now, without explaining or apologizing. Remember, no is a complete sentence. A real boundary isn't about controlling others. It's about choosing you without guilt. Every time you honor a boundary, you reinforce the belief that your worth does not depend on how much you give, fix, or prove. Habit number 4, build self-trust. External validation fades the moment someone's attention moves on, and it always moves on. But self-trust, that is the foundation that stays. Because here's the truth. You can't build confidence if you don't believe in yourself. You can say all the affirmations in the world, But if you keep breaking your promises to you, your brain stops trusting your own voice. Self-trust isn't about perfection. It's about follow-through. It's doing what you said you'll do, especially for yourself, and especially when no one else is watching. These tend to be the moments that we put ourselves last because, quote, I don't have time, or no one will see me not do it. Well, you see you not do it. Every time you follow through on a commitment to you, no matter how small, you're sending your mind and your universe a powerful message. You're saying, I can count on me. And that builds something far stronger than validation. It builds stability. Try this simple activity. Keep one promise to yourself every day. That's it, just one. Drink the water, take the walk, use kind self-talk. Go to bed when you say you're going to. When you start building evidence that your word matters, your brain begins to anchor trust, not in what others say about you, but in you. Now, notice where you start hesitating, where you start second-guessing your choices, or waiting for someone else to tell you it's okay. That is your cue to pause and gently redirect back to your own knowing. Ask yourself, what do I believe is right for me right now? What decision feels honest in my body right now? That's how self-trust is built. Not by chasing validation, but by choosing yourself again and again and again. And when you start doing that consistently, your confidence stops depending on who approves of you, because it starts being powered by you believing in you. Confidence is built by action, not approval. Habit number 5, get out of your comfort zone. External validation thrives in comfort zones. It loves the predictable approval loop. You post, they like, you feel good. Until they stop liking, then you don't feel good, and you doubt yourself, and you wonder what you did wrong or what's wrong with you. But real self-worth, it grows in the discomfort of choosing yourself, even when it's awkward, uncertain, or unpopular. Oddly enough, we get comfortable in the uncomfortable situations that we don't like or desire to be in. It is the psychological condition of comfort of the known situation, even if we don't like it, over the fear of the unknown. But getting outside of your comfort zone shifts that energy. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be speaking up in a meeting where you usually stay quiet. Wearing something because you love it, not because it's in or a friend said to. Or saying no to a role, relationship, or routine that doesn't feel aligned to you anymore. The discomfort you feel isn't failure. That discomfort is growth. That discomfort is expansion. It's your nervous system learning that being authentically you is safe, even if it's new. And here's the exciting part. Every time you choose courage over comfort, your inner validation gets louder and your need for external approval gets quieter. It is time, my friends, to rebuild the relationship with the one person you spend your whole life with, you. When you can trust yourself, claim your self-worth, external validation stops feeling necessary because you have already what you were searching for all along. Inner stability, self-love, and peace. And in that energy, all things become possible. Thank you for exploring with me today. I'm Donnielle, Nationally Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach. please know how grateful I am for you being here and pushing play today. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe, like, and share. And check out this video right here for crazy ways to feel happier fast. And until we play again, keep creating a life that inspires you every day to live it. I'll see you soon.